Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to share a story that may resonate with many of you, a story about courage, transformation, and the incredible power of believing in oneself. It's the story of a woman who, for years, lived under the shadow of self-doubt, feeling invisible in a world that often told her she wasn't enough. Every morning, she woke up questioning her abilities, fearing failure, and comparing herself to others. Sound familiar? Many of us have been there, trapped in a cycle of uncertainty, feeling that our dreams are too big or too distant to reach. But here's the thing, confidence isn't something we are born with. It is something we build, brick by brick, through small, deliberate actions. Our brave woman began her journey by acknowledging her fears instead of running from them. She faced the moments that made her uncomfortable, spoke up even when her voice trembled, and took tiny steps that gradually strengthened her belief in herself. Every time she challenged her inner critic, she discovered a new layer of resilience she didn't know existed. What is truly remarkable about her journey is that it wasn't a straight path. There were setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when giving up seemed easier than moving forward. But she realized that confidence is not the absence of fear, it is acting in spite of it. She surrounded herself with people who inspired her, sought mentors who encouraged her growth, and celebrated even the smallest victories. Slowly, the woman who once doubted her every move transformed into someone who could stand tall, own her voice, and embrace her worth unapologetically. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. The journey to self-confidence is personal, it takes time, and it requires courage. The woman I speak of didn't wait for the world to tell her she was capable. She chose to tell herself that first. She became her own champion, proving that even years of self-doubt cannot stop a determined heart from shining. For years, she lived in the quiet shadows of her own mind, where self-doubt whispered constantly, telling her she wasn't enough, she wasn't capable, she wasn't meant for more. Every morning felt like stepping into a battle she wasn't sure she could win. Have you ever felt that way? That nagging voice that questions every choice, every word, every dream? This woman knew it well. The world around her seemed to celebrate confidence, yet she felt invisible, as if her worth depended entirely on the approval of others. But one day, something remarkable happened. She realized that hiding from her fears wasn't protecting her, it was holding her hostage. She began to pay attention to the moments that made her shrink, the situations that made her doubt herself, and instead of turning away, she started facing them. A brave woman knows that self-awareness is the first spark of transformation, and she ignited that spark within herself. Acknowledging fear is uncomfortable. It's easier to blame circumstances, to think that confidence is something you either have or you don't. But the truth she discovered is powerful. Confidence begins with seeing yourself honestly, accepting both your weaknesses and your potential. She started noticing patterns in her thoughts, the endless "I can't" and "I'm not" phrases, and challenged them quietly at first. She journaled her fears, spoke them out loud when no one was listening, and began to question whether those doubts were real or just stories she had been telling herself for years. Every recognition, every tiny moment of awareness was like lifting a weight off her shoulders. She realized that for years, her self-doubt had been louder than her belief in herself because she never gave herself permission to listen to that inner strength. The turning point came when she allowed herself to be vulnerable. She admitted to herself that she was afraid, and instead of hiding it, she confronted it. That courage to confront her own mind opened doors she didn't know existed. She started saying yes to challenges, to opportunities, to experiences that once terrified her. Each acknowledgement of fear became a stepping stone, each moment of self-awareness a building block for confidence. By looking inward with honesty and compassion, she discovered a force that had been there all along, a force that could grow, stretch, and transform her life. Every woman listening today should understand this. The path to confidence begins not with external achievements, but with the bravery to see yourself clearly, to face the shadows within, and to take the first small steps toward believing that you are, indeed, enough. She quickly realized that confidence doesn't arrive fully formed, it grows slowly, nurtured by action, persistence, and courage. Every step, no matter how small, mattered. She began taking tiny, deliberate actions that challenged her comfort zone. At first, it was as simple as speaking up in a meeting, asking a question she feared might sound foolish, or sharing an idea she worried would be dismissed. Each moment felt like climbing a steep mountain, but with every step, she noticed a subtle shift. That trembling voice inside her began to soften, replaced by a quiet, growing conviction that she could handle more than she ever believed. Many people underestimate the power of small victories, yet they are the foundation of true confidence. One courageous step creates momentum for the next, and soon, a chain reaction begins. She discovered that bravery often wears a quiet face. It's not always about grand gestures or heroic feats. It can be as simple as raising your hand when you normally would have stayed silent, trying something new even if failure is possible, or stepping into a room full of strangers and believing you belong there. Each small act became a declaration to herself. I am capable. I deserve to be here. My voice matters. The more she practiced, the more natural these actions became. And with every small success, her self-doubt lost a little power. The woman also learned the importance of consistency. Confidence isn't built in a day or a week. It grows through repeated practice and patience. She set small challenges for herself, and even when she faltered, she reminded herself that progress was never linear. There were moments when fear returned, when she questioned her worth, when setbacks threatened to push her back into old patterns. But each time she kept moving forward, each time she chose action over hesitation, she reinforced the belief that she could rise above her doubts. What made this transformation remarkable was her understanding that courage and confidence are habits. By embracing incremental steps, celebrating small wins, and refusing to let fear dictate her choices, she rewired the way she saw herself. She proved that even if self-doubt has been a constant companion for years, it doesn't have to define your life. Every deliberate action, no matter how small, is a testament to inner strength and a declaration that you are ready to claim the life you deserve. Her journey was never a straight path. There were moments when the world seemed determined to test her resolve, when failure appeared louder than progress and criticism stung deeper than she thought possible. Yet she discovered a truth that many overlook. Setbacks are not signs of weakness. They are invitations to grow stronger. Every rejection, every mistake, every unexpected obstacle became a lesson rather than a defeat. She learned to see challenges as mirrors, reflecting areas where she could improve, adapt, and rise higher. Have you ever faced a moment where giving up felt easier than continuing? She knew that feeling all too well. But instead of letting it control her, she chose to confront it, to dig deeper into her courage, and to remind herself why she had begun this journey in the first place. The woman realized that resilience is born in the crucible of adversity. When doors closed around her, she didn't retreat. She looked for new paths. When criticism threatened to shake her self-belief, she listened selectively, taking what could help her grow and discarding the rest. She understood that fear and failure are not enemies. They are teachers that push us to confront our limits and then expand them. Every time she stumbled, she found a new way to stand taller. Each setback was a test of commitment, a chance to prove to herself that even in moments of doubt, she could keep moving forward. What made her journey inspiring was her refusal to let setbacks define her story. She celebrated small recoveries, recognized progress after disappointments, and reminded herself constantly that persistence, more than perfection, is what builds true confidence. She surrounded herself with support, mentors, and examples of women who had faced similar challenges, drawing strength from their experiences while carving her own path. Slowly but surely, the woman who once felt fragile in the face of obstacles transformed into someone who met challenges head-on, with a quiet yet unshakable belief in her capacity to endure and thrive. Her story reminds us that bravery is not the absence of fear or failure, it is acting in spite of it. Every woman listening can take heart in this. Your obstacles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Each setback is an opportunity to build resilience, to strengthen determination, and to grow the confidence that will carry you beyond what you ever thought possible. Facing challenges head-on is what turns doubt into power and fear into triumph. Ultimately, she realized that the most powerful form of confidence comes from becoming your own champion. For years, she had looked to others for validation, approval from friends, praise from colleagues, recognition from authority figures, but she discovered that waiting for the world to tell her she was capable kept her trapped in doubt. The turning point came when she decided to stop seeking permission to shine. She chose instead to trust herself, to honor her own voice, and to celebrate her achievements, no matter how small they seemed to others. Every step she took reinforced a powerful truth. When you champion yourself, you no longer rely on external affirmation to define your worth. She began to embrace her strengths unapologetically, acknowledging that her unique abilities and perspective mattered. Speaking up in meetings, sharing her ideas, pursuing opportunities that once felt out of reach, each action became a declaration of self-belief. She noticed that the more she invested in herself, the more her confidence radiated outward, influencing the way others perceived her and the way she experienced the world. Confidence, she learned, is contagious, but it must first come from within. By becoming her own advocate, she unlocked doors that had previously felt closed and created a life that reflected her true potential. What makes her story extraordinary is that this transformation did not erase the years of self-doubt, it honored them. Every challenge, every fear, every moment of hesitation became a part of the foundation on which she built her strength. She understood that the scars of doubt are not signs of weakness, but proof of endurance, reminders of the obstacles she overcame to claim her voice. By trusting herself and celebrating her journey, she inspired not only herself, but everyone around her, proving that confidence is not about perfection. It's about courage, persistence, and self-respect. This woman's journey teaches an essential lesson. Your power lies in recognizing your own worth and refusing to let fear dictate your actions. She became a living example that confidence is not bestowed by others. It is cultivated, nurtured, and fiercely protected from within. Every woman listening can take this lesson to heart, understanding that self-belief is the greatest gift you can give yourself. When you choose to champion your own journey, embrace your strengths, and trust your capabilities, you step into a life of limitless possibilities. So, I want each of you to take this lesson to heart. Your confidence is within you, waiting to be discovered. Start small, face your fears, and remember that every step forward, no matter how tiny, is a victory. Let this story remind you that no matter how long you have doubted yourself, you have the power to change that narrative. You can build confidence, embrace your strength, and step into the life you are meant to live. Thank you.